Hello, guys. It's good to be back. Good evening, and how's your day been? Sorry, I'm just coming a bit late. Supposed to start by 7 p.m. on the dot, but we're here. That's what matters. So today we'll be talking about how to find health tech jobs in the NHS. So apparently, the NHS they actually have a lot of jobs in the health tech space. So again, it depends on what you're looking out for or what kind of roles or what your interest lies and all of that. So that determines the type of job you want to find or the keyword you're going to use to search. And the interesting thing is health tech is not just only in the UK. I mean, globally, it's something everybody is looking up to now and developing deep interest in the UK, in Canada, in US, and all of that. But for today's episode, we're focusing on the UK job market. So I'll probably just chill a while for some seconds, then I'll continue. So if you're new to this channel, we basically talk about everything that happens behind the scenes in healthcare, jobs, career transitions, hospital care, patient care, everything basically that happens in healthcare. That's what we talk about on this channel. To us returning subscribers, thank you guys for coming back, putting your post notifications and all of that. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell button if you're new to this channel. Yes, so in a minute, I'll be sharing my screen so that we'll just get straight to the demonstration because it's basically going to be a demonstration really for this session. Okay, so let's see. Let me see how it goes. Just a minute, I'll share my screen. Present screen. So if you're watching and you have any comments or questions, you can always drop it in the chat box there and I'll answer any questions that you have. Yeah, I think my screen is visible now. Let me just have a quick check. Just trying to confirm a minute. Yes, it actually works. I think my screen is visible. Yeah. So I'll just go straight to the NHS dashboard. The NHS dashboard. So let me just close this and start from beginning. So you start with NHS jobs. This is what pops up. So you get to see the candidate homepage. So basically, most of the trust, in fact, let me say most, yeah, of the trust, they advertise all their jobs through the NHS jobs platform. And some of them, they now route through the track application portal or the NHS jobs portal, whatever it is. So when you come here, so like I said in my previous episode, you need to understand what kind of jobs you're looking for or what kind of roles you're open to filling in, right? So, but for today, we're talking of health tech roles. So, I'll just use project manager for an example to just demonstrate. So, you just come here where the keywords are and you type project manager and click enter. So this we can see we have 817 jobs found for project manager roles here, and this is all over the United Kingdom. So basically, what you need to do is on the left side of the screen, so you can see different filters to help you sort out what kind of jobs you're looking for. So at the very top, you can filter the search by salary range, right? And you can filter by the pay band. You can filter by the job type where you have permanent, fixed term, bank job, secondment, or apprenticeship. So you see the permanent 601 rows. That's actually quite a lot. Then you could filter by the working pattern, full time, part time, job share, agile, and all of that. So for me, typically because I'm usually very interested in remote jobs, so that I can work from anywhere I want to. So I just come here and click agile remote working and apply the filter. Immediately I do that, it narrows it down to 54 jobs. So these are the ones that I can comfortably do from my home without any issues. Then the next step is to start looking at the jobs one after the other. I mean, this is the tricky part, and looking for a job is another job on its own. So you have to start looking at these jobs one after the other. Because from my own experience, sometimes the titles of the jobs, you need to read the job description to actually capture the entire scope of the job, the person's specification, the qualifications they are looking for. So most times you might not be able to find that out by just looking at the job title. So let's look at this integrated project manager stuff. So you see this and you click on the continue button. So right here, you now see the integrated neighborhood project manager job proper. So here you're seeing the job in details, what trust is advertising for the role, when is the closing date, the job summary, and you now come down to the main duties of the job. You look at the key responsibilities. You're going to be leading for specific neighborhoods within one of the locality areas in the North Place, program and project management support. Then you come down to the job description, you see what it looks like. So most times as you're reading, you're trying to look at your own qualifications, you're trying to look at your own experience, what you've done in the past, and see how that can tie into the job description and responsibilities. Then you look at the person's specification. So the funny thing about the UK market is so they usually divide the person's specification criteria into the essential and the desirable. So typically you have to tick all the boxes in the essential before you'll be shortlisted for an interview, right? So that also happens for the education and qualifications. Here you can see the essential, you can see the desirable. So if you're able to tick these two boxes up here, you can be shortlisted for interview. Again, being shortlisted for interviews, I think it depends on a lot of factors. I'm not a HR person. I'm just talking based on my own experience doing a lot of these applications, really. So, I mean, it's not about also ticking all these boxes. Your statement of purpose or your supporting letter or your cover letter has to be really, really, really very strong to also, I think that also plays a very large role in you being shortlisted for the job. So that's what you want to do. Look at all of this. Then here's supporting document. So to actually read this in detail, you need to download this document right here to now see the job in detail and what it's going to require. So I just did that now. And so this usually gives you full detail of what you're going to be doing in that job role. And you sit down and you read through this one after the other and looking for examples or instances in your previous career which you could use to, fit into all of this because that's where your SOP comes in. You're trying to tie your previous experience into how you'll be able to deliver on this job role. So this is the job description. Then so when you look at all of this and you feel that I mean, you're quite good enough to apply for the role, then you simply just go up and click the apply button. That will take you to another page entirely. So here we can see the band here. It's a band 7. The salary is 41 to 47 per annum. All the little details here for that job. Then another pro tip is, I mean, for every job, there's a recruiting manager in charge of that job. So it's always good to send a mail to them or give them a call if you've moved out of Nigeria and you're over there in the UK. You give them a call to say, I saw this job advert and I think I'm interested. I would like to have a chat with you about the job and all of that. And most times I think they get back to you to have a quick chat with you about what are the job expectations, deliverables, and so that really helps you in crafting your SOP or your cover letter for the job. So that's usually very, very useful. So if you can, you shoot them a message and yeah, they'll usually get to reply. Then at the bottom of this job adverts, you can see the certificate of sponsorship. So it's usually for those who can be able to, bring you over to the UK to sponsor put you on the skilled worker visa. Then for project management, still on using project management as demonstration for this one. So it's also good to consider getting some of the relevant certifications in project management. So, for example, I know the UK is very, I mean, they are more Prince 2 practitioner, Prince 2 foundation. In general, Prince 2, they are more Prince 2 based than, other forms of project management techniques, really. So, if you feel UK is your market or that's where you're looking to work in the nearest future, then getting a Prince 2 might really, really be handy and useful for you. So that's for project management. So let's try another job or role. So I click on refine my search button. I come here, I take this. Then I want to, let's say I'm looking for something in digital health. I just type digital health here. Sorry, just a minute. And I click search. So here I have 337 jobs all over the UK. So my typical way, I come here, I look for home working and apply my filters. I mean, you don't have to apply that particular filter. It's all up to you. So I can see something here, digital project officer. So I open up this one. It looks interesting. I click continue and this is where I am. So, digital project officer, NHS Kent and Midway, closing dates 30th, remote. So, it's a remote work. So, you just look through. This is a band 6, 33 to 40K. Is a 2-year project, which looks interesting. So, I mean, it's remote, so that looks very interesting to me. So I come down, look at the job description, look at the job responsibilities, supporting 6,000 patients, and all of that. Excuse me. Then person specification. I mean, okay, look at what I was saying earlier on. So under the essential criteria, it is preferred the candidate to have a project management qualification and experience of project management processes. Experience in working in NHS primary care teams and all of that. Educated to a degree level in relevant subject or equivalent level of experience of working at a similar level, and COS, certificate of sponsorship. So they are also able to bring in persons on this job band. So this is actually an interesting job. So for people who are looking at something around digital health, I mean, being a digital project officer makes a lot of sense. So it's a keyword you could just use, digital project officer or digital health, and it brings up all of these options. So that's pretty much the way to navigate your way around the NHS jobs website, where a lot of the jobs in the NHS are advertised every day, and look for whatever uh, that interests you really. So if you're in the UK, you could do by your location or postcode. I mean, there are different ways to navigate this. So it really makes the job the search easy for you. So that's basically how to search for jobs, health tech jobs in the NHS. Really, there are a lot of them there because a lot of digitization is going on in the NHS currently. Everybody is trying to look at how to use technology to ease all the problems in healthcare delivery. So they're spending money. So the jobs are there really. So it's for you to sit down, explore what your options are, and start applying for them. Let me check if there are any questions at the moment. No, I can't see any questions at the moment. So yes, that's how it works. And again, I think I'll put this out there. You don't land the job in one sitting. You have to do a lot of applications. That's what I've heard from experience anyway. You have to apply. Uh, then you get shortlisted for interviews. Then before you probably land your dream job. Then even the application itself, that one is a separate issue or entity on its own, because I mean, I think where the hard work lies is in doing the whole SOP or your cover letter, because you have to keep tweaking or rewriting based on relevant experience in whatever area and trying to fit it into the current job description you're applying for. That's where the work is. So imagine you're having to apply for 5 jobs every day, so that's like 5 different statement of purpose or supporting statement. So, but yes, it can be done. It's not a big deal. So yes, so if you've enjoyed this short demonstration, you could just tell me what you think in the comment section. If you work in the UK already, what was your experience? How did you navigate finding your dream job or even your entry level job, and how did you get to where you were? I mean, all our experiences can come together to help a lot of other persons out there. So share your experience. If you're working in the NHS, if you're working in the UK, let those who are outside too learn from you and be able to put in a proper application, I would say. So with that, I think I'm checking if there are any questions before I drop off. So no questions really. So yeah, if you're new here, just hit the subscribe button and share the channel with your friends. If you're already returning or existing subscriber, thank you for watching. So I'll be bringing up more episodes. I think we'll also do something around how to write a very strong supporting letter for people who are applying for different health tech roles. I'll probably share a couple of examples that views that worked in the past. Yeah, so that's it for tonight's episode. Until I see you guys next week again, I still remain your host, Dr. Ron. Stay safe, stay great, and have a beautiful week ahead of time. Bye.